Someone to come. It doesn't matter about the logistics.
When tensions finally snap, these teams know how to respond. Simulated training sessions like this hone skills needed to conquer a range of challenges.
To do these scenarios, we train to the hardest level. We train to the extreme of the scenario, realising that they're most likely not going to encounter that. However, they're prepared for the worst case scenario.
And testing limits is something a former army officer turned entrepreneur Wade Tink understands fully.
Using military army kind of process is to effectively train people to deliver with competence.
And what would you do?
For the past 2 years, Project Everest has prepared Australian students to run projects in developing countries.
And the first success was raising $40,000 US to create a cafe in Nepal that employed victims of domestic violence in Nepal. But they also made profit, of which that profit then funded the charity's works.
We've taken actions already. We've already returned it to HQ.
How can you take actions?
What
am I now going to do with my locals here who live here? I'll be back. Okay?
So local communities benefit while students gain credits towards their degrees.
Does that sound like a good plan?
And we're taking young people, between the ages of 18 to 25. We create the teams, we want them to be multidisciplinary so that they'll have business students, they'll have engineers, they'll have computer science students, they'll have science students, art students.
Project Everest runs 2 training sessions per year. This is one of them where new students are preparing to be team leaders in overseas projects. And since implementing this new business model, Tink has managed to sign up more than 700 students.
Drag me back up by 2 arms.
Yeah.
It's been pretty remarkable, but off a low base.
Putting pressure on the others.
We sent, I think, around 20-30 students in 2015. And then in 2016, we sent in the vicinity of 400.
The business hit $1 million in turnover in its first year, and in 12 months alone grew by 1,000%. But is the company at risk of too rapid expansion?
Definitely a challenge in the cash flow side of that, just trying to grow so fast.
Although Project Everest is on a fast track to success, it remains focused on issues facing the world's poorest.
4 billion people living on less than $5 a day, which is 60% of the world's population.
Working with local industries, students are trained to build long-term solutions.
We're looking at agriculture, recycling, access to clean drinking water. The major 4 that we're in now are Cambodia, Fiji, Timor-Leste and Malawi.
New technology speeds up the rollout of complex projects, which are then gradually handed over to local groups.
It's not about putting the risk of the business onto local communities. The risk of the business rests with us and rests with our investors from Australia or other Western countries.
Meeting a need in emerging markets is paying off for Project Everest, which has raised $100,000 to invest so far.
But our intent is to go bigger in the next 12 months.
And Wade Tink is also talking to universities offshore, hoping to recruit even more willing workers.
I mean, the European market is 422 million people versus 20 million in Australia. So that's where we want to grow to.
With its focus on sustainable prosperity, for this Goodwill Army, it seems the sky's the limit.